Gigi here, and this is Let's Build. If this is your first time, I build with LEGO set time to different media and talk about the facts concerning the topic of the build. Today's build is the LEGO Botanicals Lucky Bamboo versus Double Panda. All footage I'm using is for science, educational, and research purposes. My content is transformative and protected under fair use. All footage is time-lapse with commentary. I apologize in advance for pronouncing names and/or places incorrectly. Forgive my voice again. This is week 5 with braces. I've had the wires tightened, so my mouth is aching all over again. Since this is a shorter build, I limited the amount of information to what is related to the themes of the LEGO set. Summer is finally here, and that means it is time to build and discuss the last of the 4 gentlemen, the bamboo. Specifications for the LEGO set. Grow creativity with LEGO Botanicals Lucky Bamboo building kit for adults. Blooming with details, this DIY building set gives nature lovers the chance to build a piece of plant decor that represents tranquility and good fortune. Capturing the serenity of nature, the authentically detailed decorative plant includes 3 green bamboo stems and pebbles and sits in a plant pot with a wood effect plinth. Once complete, the bamboo plant becomes a gorgeous piece of home or office decor that can be cherished forever. For a larger floral display, place it among the real plants or alongside other builds, sold separately, from the LEGO Botanicals collection. Part of a classic quartet of beautiful plants known as the 4 Gentlemen in traditional art, the bamboo plant represents the season of summer and is thought to bring good luck, making this adult building set a thoughtful gift on special occasions. Lucky plant. Representing the season of summer in traditional art, the bamboo plant is believed to bring good fortune to its owners. Maintenance-free plant decor. Once complete, the LEGO plant becomes a piece of home or office decor that will add a touch of tranquility to any room. Dimensions. The brick-built bamboo plant has 325 pieces and stands over 11 inches tall. Lucky bamboo. A familiar presence in nature and gardens, the bamboo is also seen as a popular art motif in a tradition that spans more than 1,000 years. It is often portrayed in ink and wash paintings as part of a classic quartet of beautiful plants known as the 4 Gentlemen or 4 Noble Ones. Together, they represent the virtues and continuous circle of the seasons. The bamboo, summer; the chrysanthemum, autumn; the plum, winter; and the orchid for spring. Able to bend without breaking in harsh winds, the bamboo stands for humility, honesty, and loyalty. A natural blessing. Creating LEGO decor that draws inspiration from nature is a relaxing and rewarding way to set your imagination free. As a symbol of a long life, the graceful bamboo endures the trials and tribulations of the elements with integrity and strength and invokes our own resolve. Traditionally, giving and receiving a bamboo plant is considered a lucky blessing of abundance and wealth. As you build, you can adjust your LEGO Lucky Bamboo leaves to mimic a gentle sway in a breeze or allow it to be perfectly still. Maybe you'll even find a hidden token of luck along the way. From the LEGO Botanicals design team. Bamboos are a diverse group of mostly evergreen perennial flowering plants that make up the subfamily of Bambusoideae of the grass family Poaceae. Giant bamboos are the largest members of the grass family, in the case of Dendrocalamus sinicus having individual stalks or culms reaching a length of 151 feet, up to 14 inches in diameter, and a weight of up to 1,000 pounds. It grows in tropical and subtropical regions, especially in Asia. By contrast, the stalks of the tiny bamboo, Raddiella vanessiae, of the savannas of French Guiana, measure only 0.4 to 0.8 inches in length by about 0.08 inches in width. The origin of the word bamboo is uncertain, but it most likely comes from the Dutch or Portuguese language, which originally borrowed it from Malay. In bamboo, as in other grasses, the internodal regions of the stem are usually hollow, and the vascular bundles of the cross section are scattered throughout the walls of the stalk instead of a cylindrical cabium layer between the bark and the wood, as in dicots and conifers. The dicotyledonous woody xylem is also absent. The absence of secondary growth wood causes the stems of monocots, including the palms and large bamboos, to be columnar rather than tapering. Bamboos include some of the fastest growing plants in the world due to a unique rhizome-dependent system. Certain species of bamboo can grow 91 centimeters within a 24-hour period at a rate of almost 40 millimeters an hour, equivalent to 1 millimeter every 90 seconds. Growth up to 120 centimeters in 24 hours has been observed in the instance of Japanese giant timber bamboo. This rapid growth and tolerance for marginal land make bamboo a good candidate for afforestation, carbon sequestration, and climate change mitigation. Bamboo is versatile and has economic and cultural significance in South Asia, Southeast Asia, East Asia, being used for building materials, as a food source, as a raw product, and depicted often in arts, such as bamboo paintings and bamboo working. Bamboo, like wood, is a natural composite material with high strength to weight ratio for structures. Bamboo's strength to weight ratio is similar to timber, and its strength is generally similar to a strong softwood or hardwood timber. Some bamboo species have displayed remarkable strength under test conditions. Bambusoideae of Bangladesh and adjoining India has tested as high as 60,000 psi in tensile strength. Other bamboo species make extraordinarily hard material. Distribution. Most bamboo species are native to warm and moist tropical and to warm temperate climates. Their range also extends to cool mountainous regions and highland cloud forests. In the Asian Pacific region, they occur across East Asia, from north to 50 degrees north latitude in Sakhalin, to south to northern Australia, and west to India and the Himalayas. China, Japan, Korea, India, and Australia all have several endemic populations. They also occur in small numbers in sub-Saharan Africa, confined to tropical areas, from southern Senegal in the north to southern Mozambique and Madagascar in the south. In the Americas, bamboo is a native range from 47 degrees south in southern Argentina and the beech forests of central Chile, through the South American tropical rainforests to the Andes in Ecuador near 4,300 meters, with a noticeable gap through the Atacama Desert. 3 species of bamboo, all in the genus Arundinaria, are native to the southeastern United States. Bamboo thickets, called canebrakes, once formed a dominant ecosystem in some parts of southeastern United States, but they are now considered critically endangered ecosystems. Canada and continental Europe are not known to have any native species of bamboo. Many species are also cultivated as garden plants outside of this range, including in Europe and areas of North America where no native wild bamboo exists. Recently, some attempts have been made to grow bamboo on commercial basis in the Great Lakes region of East Central Africa, especially Rwanda. In the United States, several companies are growing, harvesting, and distributing species such as Henan and Maso. Ecology. The 2 general patterns for the growth of bamboo are clumping and running, with the short and long underground rhizomes, respectively. Clumping bamboo species tend to spread slowly, as the growth pattern of the rhizomes is to simply expand the root mass gradually, similar to ornamental grasses. Running bamboos need to be controlled during cultivation because of their potential for aggressive behavior. They spread mainly through their rhizomes, which can spread widely underground and send up new culms to break through the surface. Running bamboo species are highly variable in their tendency to spread. This is related to the species, soil, and climate conditions. Some send out runners of several meters a year, while others stay in the same general area for long periods. If neglected, over time, they can cause problems by moving into adjacent areas. Bamboos include some of the fastest growing plants on Earth, with reported growth rates of up to 36 inches in 24 hours. These depend on local soil and climate conditions as well as species, and a more typical growth rate for many commonly cultivated bamboos in temperate climates is in the range of 1 to 4 inches per day during the growing period. Some of the largest timber bamboo grow over 100 feet tall and can be as large as 10 to 12 inches in diameter. The size range for mature bamboo is species dependent, with the smallest bamboos reaching only several inches high at maturity. A typical height range covering many of the common species grown in the United States is between 15 to 39 feet, depending on the species. Anji County of China, known as the Town of Bamboo, provides the optimal climate and soil conditions to grow, harvest, and process some of the most valued bamboo poles available worldwide. Unlike all trees, individual bamboo culms ma- individual bamboo culms emerge from the ground at their full diameter and grow to their full height in a single growing season of 3 to 4 months. During this time, each new shoot grows vertically into a culm with no branching out until the majority of the mature height is reached. Then, the branches extend from the nodes and leafing out occurs. In the next year, the pulpy wall of each culm slowly hardens. During the third year, the culm hardens even further. The shoot is now a fully matured culm. After the next 2 to 5 years, depending on the species, fungus begins to form on the outside of the culm, which eventually penetrates and overcomes the culm. About 5 to 8 years later, species and climate dependent, the fungal growth caused the culm to collapse and decay. This brief life means culms are ready for harvest and suitable for use in construction within about 3 to 7 years. Individual bamboo culms do not get any taller or larger in diameter in subsequent years than they do in their first year, and they do not replace any growth lost from pruning or natural breakage. Bamboo has a wide range of hardiness depending on species and locale. Small or young specimens of an individual species produce small culms initially. As the clump and its rhizome system mature, taller and larger culms are produced each year until the plant approaches its particular species limits of height and diameter. Many tropical bamboo species die at or near freezing temperatures, while some of the hardier temperate bamboos can survive temperatures as low as negative 29 degrees Celsius or negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. In culture, bamboo's long life makes it a Chinese symbol of uprightness and an Indian symbol of friendship. The rarity of its blossoming has led to the flowers being regarded as a sign of impending famine. This may be due to rats feeding upon the profusion of flowers, then multiplying and destroying a large part of the local food supply. The most recent flowering began May 2006. Various bamboo species bloom in this manner about every 28 to 60 years. In Chinese culture, the bamboo, plum blossom, orchid, and chrysanthemum are collectively referred to as the Four Gentlemen. These four plants also represent the seasons, and in Confucian, starting over. These four plants also represent the four seasons. In Confucian ideology, the four aspects of the Noble One. The pine, the bamboo, and the plum blossom are also admired for their perseverance under harsh conditions, and are together known as the Three Friends of Winter in Chinese culture. Attributions of character. Bamboo, one of the Four Gentlemen, plays an important role in traditional Chinese culture that is even regarded as a behavior model of gentlemen. As bamboo has features such as uprightness, tenacity, and modesty, people endow bamboo with integrity, elegance, and plainness, though it is not physically strong. Countless poems praising bamboo written by ancient Chinese poets are actually metaphorically about people who exhibited these characteristics. Bamboo is not only a symbol of the gentleman, but also plays an important role in Buddhism, which was introduced into China in the 1st century. As canons of Buddhism forbids cruelty to animals, flesh and egg were not allowed in the diet. The tender bamboo shoot thus became a nutritious alternative. Preparation methods developed over thousands of years have come to be incorporated into Asian cuisine, especially for monks. A Buddhist monk, Zan Ning, wrote a manual of the bamboo shoot called Sun Pu, offering descriptions and recipes for many kinds of bamboo shoots. Bamboo shoot has always been a traditional dish on the Chinese dinner table, especially in southern China. Dracaena sanderiana is a species of flowering plant in the family of asparagus, native to Central Africa. It was named after the German-English gardener Henry Frederick Conrad Sander from 1847 to 1920. The plant is commonly marketed as Lucky Bamboo, which has become one of its common names, although it is not a species of bamboo. Common names include Sanders dracaena, ribbon dracaena, lucky bamboo, curly bamboo, Chinese water bamboo, goddess of mercy's plant, Belgian evergreen. It is also called the ribbon plant, although the same common name is sometimes used for the spider plant. While the word bamboo occurs in several of this plant's common names, Dracaena sanderiana is of an entirely different taxonomic order from true bamboos, though this plant and true bamboos both fall under the monocot clade. Despite several of its common names that suggest that it is from China or Belgium, it is a native West African species. For simplicity's sake, I will be referring to this plant as the lucky bamboo. And it is also often confused with Dracaena brani, a plant from coastal West Africa with flowers 5 times shorter than those of the lucky bamboo. Description: a perennial herb reaching the height of 39 inches, the plant is slightly twisted, green-gray with leaves that grow around 9 inches. Its fleshy stem distinguishes it from bamboo. Over time, the plant's stem becomes unsteady and with the added weight of new growth. Regular trimmings are needed to ensure the shape of this plant stays neat and manageable while it grows. Lucky bamboo and its related varieties are popular houseplants. It is a suitable plant for confined spaces, and it does very well in indirect sunlight or partial shade, as direct sunlight often causes its leaves to burn or yellow. The ideal temperature range for lucky bamboo is from 61 to 81 degrees Fahrenheit. It requires average warmth, adequate light, and regular watering with dry periods in between if planted in soil. It tolerates dry air, but because it is a tropical plant, it does best in higher humidity areas or when given regular mistings. When planted indoors, it stays a smaller, more compact size while growing upwards, leading to its bamboo-like appearance. In contrast, if planted in the ground, it loses its bamboo-like look and it will fill with a leaf-like shape like other dragon trees. When it comes to light, lucky bamboo prefers bright, filtered sunlight, such as what is found under a rainforest canopy. Avoid direct sunlight as it will scorch the leaves. It can be propagated by cutting a part of the stem just above a node, the rings around the plant's stem from which the offshoots grow. Cuttings can be made year-round. Lucky bamboo is toxic to pets and causes skin irritation in humans. Lucky bamboo is a symbolic plant in Chinese culture. It is used in feng shui to help balance and enhance flow in the home. 3 stems in a container symbolize happiness. Double Panda is a Zen platformer released in 2010. The player switches between 2 pandas, a red panda and a giant panda, to help save their master. Each panda has its own unique abilities. The red panda climbs bamboo and collects keys, while the giant panda swims across the water and jumps on enemies. When the platform is too high to reach, don't worry, these 2 pandas can collaborate, with one carrying the other to become stronger. Double Panda was created by Neutronized. There are 20 levels in Double Panda. Level 1 has basic platforms and jumps that allow the player to master the basic controls of the game. The player learns to jump, move, switch between pandas, and use one panda as a platform to get to higher areas. At the start of the level, move forward with the right arrow key and use the up arrow to jump onto the platform above to gain points, though this isn't needed to complete the level. After going over the bridge and to where the raised platform can be seen, use the spacebar to switch to the other panda, the red panda. The player should now move a panda to the end of the level and onto the checkered spot, which switch to the other panda to bring it to the end of the level as well. The levels are only completed when both pandas are in the checkered area. I must admit that before my research into lucky bamboo plants, I thought that it was a species of actual bamboo. Color me surprised when I found out that they are not. Which is also why I provided information on the actual bamboo plant, which is part of the seasonal Four Gentlemen, as well as information on the lucky bamboo plant, which is the common indoor houseplant. LEGO has combined the traditions of both of these separate plants as a symbolic gesture. I chose to play Double Panda because, for one, it is a cute game with both a giant panda and a red panda, and secondly, because pandas' diets primarily consist of eating bamboo. Total build time 34 minutes, 39 seconds, which means you could watch the documentary film Bamboo, the Tradition of the Future. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Remember to like, subscribe, share, ring that bell, all the things for the YouTubes. Thank you.